icy day, everybody. It is the end of January, January 31st, 2023. We had a sleet storm and some ice overnight. Widespread light to moderate sleet fell across the region, even occasionally heavy, some freezing rain as well. Not enough to cause power outages or anything, but there was enough to cause icy roadways. We zoom in this morning and we see all of that precipitation that swept across our region, moving off to the east-northeast, and that will be the general rule for the next few hours. But we have additional precipitation already starting to develop over Texas, and we see this new system taking shape, and that will spread northeastward over the coming hours. And as it does, that will bring freezing rain, sleet, maybe even a little snow back into our region, at least the southern counties. Now, this next system is likely not to impact everyone, and it's also forecast to be lighter than this previous event. We'll see how it goes, but that's the forecast. Basically, this will impact the Missouri Boot Heel, far southeast Missouri, perhaps extreme southern Illinois, and then most of western Kentucky will perhaps not as much up here by the Indiana state line, and then northwest Tennessee as well. So this area in here is expected to have the most impacts from the next wave. So let's look at that one more time. Poplar Bluff, south of Cape Girardeau, extreme southern Illinois, back here into western Kentucky, Princeton, over towards Bowling Green, and then southward into northwest Tennessee. Freezing rain, sleet, and snow redevelops mid-afternoon into the evening hours. A quick hitter, won't last long, but enough to recoat the roads. Not that the roads are going to improve much today because we're not going to warm up. So we will have additional icy road conditions this afternoon and tonight on top of what we already have. We're not expecting much, but just enough to cause some problems. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's take a look at some futurecast radars and we'll track our next system. Let's go ahead and load up the HRRR model, and we'll go through this morning. We see the previous storm system pushing away from our region, and then watch to our southwest as our new system gains strength and moves towards our general area. We'll stop here about mid-afternoon. You see freezing rain and sleet moving back into southeast Missouri and perhaps as far east as western Kentucky by mid-afternoon. But then as we move into the late afternoon and evening hours, it does overspread the region with additional light precipitation. As we mentioned, this is a light event, but still any freezing rain and sleet can cause hazardous road conditions. And then notice it's a quick hitter and it's out of the region by mid-evening. Now we have a third system. And I'm losing track. This may be the fourth system that's forecast to arrive in the area. Let's go ahead and move over and look at that. That will arrive Wednesday evening into Wednesday night, Thursday morning. We'll just move forward in time. We'll skip this system, next one, and we'll move into the Wednesday evening time frame and watch to our southwest as yet another wave of low pressure pushes towards our region. Now that will bring some precipitation once again, perhaps to our south, but it may clip us. And we see here on the NAM model that it does bring some freezing rain and sleet and snow back into our region as we move through late Wednesday night into Thursday morning. We'll just have to see how far north that travels, because some of the data shows that it will miss us to the south. So it is possible that this stays just south of us, but I do have precipitation currently in the forecast for at least far southeast Missouri, the Boot Heel, far southern Illinois, western Kentucky, and northwest Tennessee as we move into Wednesday night and Thursday morning. And all that's going to do is cause additional travel problems and headaches. Roads aren't going to improve much until Thursday, when we should warm into the 40s, and we're actually looking at some 50s. We're actually looking at some 50s by Sunday and Monday, perhaps lower 50s. So areas with heavier sleet pack may struggle to get out of the 40s Sunday and Monday, but either way, it's going to be better than today. Looking far out into the long range, let's pull up the GFS model real quick, and I want to show you a couple things. We'll move past the current systems. A weak cold front moves through next Tuesday. You see it right there, We're located right here with perhaps some showers with it. Another high pressure moves down with some cold air. And then we'll watch a system that attempts to take shape. And the data has been showing this for a while, so I'm confident that something's going to happen around the 8th, 9th, and 10th. Perhaps a low pressure moving to our north. We'll see. That would drag a cold front with thunderstorms through our region if the low moves to our north. Remember, if we're south of the low, we're in the rain and storm area. If we're to the north, generally we're in the snow and sleet and freezing rain. And we move further out in time. As we move further out in time, we see another system around the 13th, 14th, and again that one to our north as well with showers and thunderstorms. If we look at the temperature outlook as we move through February, we'll back up here, and here's the current cold snap that we're experiencing. This blue and pink, that's cold air. Here's the warmer air in this red and pink as well. You notice they use pink for both, but once you move past the red, it moves into pink. Once you move past the blue, it moves into pink. That's just deeper cold or warmer warm. So that's what that is. We'll move through time here, and we see another cold shot that takes place around February 3rd. That's this Friday and Saturday. We warm up again on Saturday and Sunday, as I mentioned. So quick hitting cold snaps, nothing too extreme, just cold, winter cold, nothing crazy like we had back in December. And then we have several rounds of warm air in February, and if that's the case, then we'll have to think about severe thunderstorms as well, something to watch moving forward. We'll just have to see about that. We can't forecast severe weather that far in advance, but we can see the general pattern might favor some severe weather. And we move here, and this takes us to the middle of February. So in and out cold shots followed by warm shots, a bit of a roller coaster, volatile weather pattern. All right, stay safe on the icy roadways as we move through the next few days. It will improve by Thursday. That's the good news. We do have widespread school closings this morning. Quite the mess out there on the roads.
I wish I'd prepared for the weather. I was prepared for the weather. With Beau Dotson's Weather Talk, I've got the planning advantage. Short and long-range forecasts, graphics, and videos. Remember, when your livelihood is controlled by the weather, you need to know what lies ahead. Sign up today at beaudotsonweather.com.